Hey there, it's Dr. Rick Carter McClure here, and it's another episode of 7-Minute Therapy for men, about men, and to men. And it's for the heterosexual male on the go. Today's topic is going to be depression, and how do we get out of that depression? So, of course, many of my clients have come to me about depression. I think that is not any surprise to any of you. We've all dealt with some sort of depression in our lifetime. And some of us are predisposed to having a lower baseline where, we get depressed more often, or it's harder to come out of it. And some people are clinically depressed based on a predisposition through genetics and family, environment, etc. However, I think the majority of us are able to get out of our depressions if we take contrary action. And I know that's difficult and challenging, and I wish I was one of those people too that happy-go-lucky and just jump out of the bed in the morning and go to it. However, most of the successful men that I've met throughout my life have included self-discipline activities such as weightlifting or running or playing basketball, being part of some sort of team, handball. Anything that kind of gets out that male aggression that we naturally have, we have the testosterone. And I think if we're not using it in a productive way, we get inwardly depressed and self-destructive. And I think that's when we might start getting into porn addiction or alcohol addiction and other types of things that are not in our best interest. Overeating, for example. So the way to do it, honestly, there really is no magic cure for it other than you have to just make a decision that you are going to implement a practice of using your body and getting out there and doing it at least 3-4 times a week. And I think, weightlifting in the gym is a great one to do. Strong, men feel more confident. So with that idea, and I know that, many of the men I try to work with, and they're depressed, and of course they're resisting, which is, I think, is a symptom of depression. You resist and you're like, yeah, but, there's no time to do it. But the truth is, if you think about it, highly successful people that are working long hours, have families and kids, still manage to do their gym routine, their running routine, whatever it is. They do not take that out of the equation. They know that it is a foundational element of their well-being. If you don't have that routine in your daily life, everything crashes down. So it's kind of like a savings account or a protection for when you do get those periods where you're in depression. You have that to help pull you out of it because you still go in spite of your mood. And that's one of the tricks of life, is that we spend too much time following our feelings rather than taking action. And I know that sounds like something a therapist would not say, but it's true. We need to take the action to change our feelings. So if we listen to our feelings and thoughts all the time, which I think we do, we're kind of like a yo-yo, right? Oh my God, I don't feel like doing that, so I'm going to stay in. I don't feel like going, so I'm going to cancel my plans. I think I look terrible, so I'm not going to go out tonight. Instead, if you just, self-discipline is one of those virtues that you absolutely need in your life, because it will make things so much easier, especially when we fall on hard times. And you won't get as depressed, I promise. Even if things are hard and you continue to just work out or go running, and especially if you're on a team like playing basketball or a football team with other men, that tribe of men, we need that. Men need their friends. Women do that so easily. They get together with their girlfriends and they go for a glass of wine and they talk and they chat and they call each other when they have problems. And you guys know that when you're having problems and you're dealing with something, you don't just pick up the phone and go, hey, can I talk to you about my problems? That's not what guys do. They typically, meet at the sports bar or at a basketball game or like at the gym. And then there's a way that they work through it that's different than females. So if you're isolated, which I know during the pandemic, we had no choice, but a lot of men after the age of 35, 40, let go of all of their friends, where women don't do that. So men are much more likely to be isolated, depressed, especially lost during those midlife years when you're trying to figure out, where did the time go? What do I want to do in the future? Do I like this job? You know, all those things that come up when you're 40-ish or beyond. If you don't have your male friends to talk to, and it's already built into your daily routine or your weekly routine or your system, you're going to flounder. So it's important that you develop the self-discipline, some sort of masculine activity that's going to allow you to get out aggression and work on your muscles and body, and also interact with other men and males, because like, we're tribal. We really are. I don't think a lot of things have necessarily changed biologically over the years. You know, it's just in our DNA. And that is why the male suicide rate is like 5 times higher than women. So the way to come out of depression, and I know it's easier said than done, because yes, I hear all that with, yeah, but, that's the depression thing I always hear, the yeah, but. You have to do it. And treat like a workout routine or anything else like work. Regardless of your feelings, unless you're really sick, you go to work. So why wouldn't you do that with things that are foundational in your life that you absolutely need for self-care? You really can't eliminate doing things that are good for you, that keep your life structured and protected from outside elements. And developing those habits early is best, but if you have not done that, you simply must do that. That will counteract and mitigate depression, I promise. So we will talk more about that in future episodes as well. But in the meantime, just start observing successful men you know, or guys that you admire. And I bet you that they have some sort of physical activity routine that gets them going or keeps them kind of in check. All right, have a great day.